The story so far. After waking up in a surreal place without any memories, our two protagonists journey further into a maze of strange rooms and manage to defeat a killer who was attacking them for no apparent reason. Following the only path they have, they end up in front of a mushroom hut. After knocking on the door, everything was silent for what seemed to be an eternity. The man stretched his muscles in preparation to kick in the door, but just before he could do so, the wooden door suddenly opened and the next weird creature stepped out in the light. Just half as tall as any of our heroes, an old dwarf with an impressive beard stood in front of them, dressed in a pink cloak and with what seemed to be a dragon tail sticking out in the back. "Yes," he said and watched them almost bored. Hi," the woman answered. "We are looking for, we're looking for several things. A way out, for example, but most of all, answers. You don't happen to have any." "That depends on the question, doesn't it?" the dwarf said, his arms behind his back. "Okay, let's start with, where are we?" the woman asked. "How about we start with, who are you, and where did you get your manners from?" the dwarf countered. The woman blushed because of her impoliteness and started anew. "I'm sorry, you're absolutely right, but I'm afraid we can't help you with that one since we have no idea who we are. We woke up around here, didn't know who we or the other one was, and stumbled from one weirdness into the next." "Making me the next weirdness. How exciting. Okay, then how about we call you Claire and Chuck and be done with it? That should suffice for now. Nice to meet you. My name is Lizzie." "Your name is Lizzie?" the now called Claire asked, puzzled. "Starting to get impolite again?" "Never mind. So what is this place?" "All of it." "I certainly can't say what all of it is, but this here is my house, and today it's standing in the in-between. Before you ask, that's a place created from all the shadows cast by the different worlds and dimensions around it." "Do you know how we got here?" the man, who was called Chuck now, asked after those information left Claire speechless for the moment. "Can't say for sure, since there are several ways to get here, but your memory loss is an indication for simple randomness. Again, before you ask, our universe is on the verge of chaos right now. Dark forces appeared who are swallowing up every world they come across. It's very well possible that you come from one of those worlds, and that you were randomly chosen to escape this fate. For the sole purpose of stopping the darkness, of course." "Our world is destroyed?" Claire was shocked, even if she didn't remember any of it. The dwarf shrugged. "Destroyed isn't quite the right word, since it still exists, only different. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like it." "Then let's fight," Chuck decided and punched in his own hand. "Slow down there, big guy. You should know that it's never that easy. It's not called forces of evil for nothing. They have an army on their side, consisting of some really horrible creatures who would tear out your impressive biceps before you could even lay a hand on them. You need to improve your odds, learn some new skills, find some big weapons and get help on your side as well. It will be difficult to find any of those things here in the in-between, so how about I start you guys off with some help of my own? Come in." The two minded their heads and entered the hut after the dwarf, who was happily wiggling his dragon tail. Inside there was only one room, but it was pretty cozy with a round wooden table in the middle, an open fireplace with a large cauldron above the flames, several bookshelves and a small and tidy bed. "Let's see," Lizzie said and closed the door behind them. "What would be a good place to start? Ah, I know. Hold on to your socks, we're taking off." "Your turn! What happens next?" Apparently Lizzie the dwarf has the ability to transport our heroes from the in-between to another world. Which one should it be? You can suggest an existing one, mix some together, or create a completely new one with its own landscape, people and history. Thank you so much for any comments and see you next time.